am back at Swift Run Gap. I was hoping to park at the second space because I didn't want to walk up the road, but it looks like they paved recently and I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to park. This is where I wanted to park, which as you can see, there's no lines. And the trail picks up here. Are those wineberries? Amazing. Far out's doing that fun thing where if you zoom in on the map, it goes away. So hopefully the trail does not become confusing. But this looks pretty nice. And it's not super hot out. So hopefully I'll be able to do half of the 25 miles I need to. And then I can do the rest tomorrow. Wineberries aren't quite ripe enough. Some of them are, but most of them are just getting there. This is what I'm working on now. This is like 2.5 miles. There's like a little down, so maybe it won't be that bad. It's not really hot, but it's kind of muggy out here, which is shocking if you've watched anyone hike in Virginia in July. One of my trekking poles is broken. I have the gossamer gear ones, and the twist lock mechanism wasn't working, so I only have one. It is significantly harder to do just one. I didn't realize how helpful two was, but I also haven't hiked in a while. I gotta do this 25 and then the 25 at the Priest Wilderness. And then there's like 3 miles up by Big Meadows. I want to do that with Shrimp, but it's too hot for her. And then I've done it all. Sun is out now, as you can see, and now it feels hot. We've made it about a mile into High Top Mountain. Now we've got to do the second and bigger half of that climb. I've passed like 3 people that look like through hikers, but I'm so tired already. that I didn't ask them if they were through hikers or just out for the week. This hill is only a mile and a half. It's easy, I can do that. Did it before. Don't know what, I forgot Angel and I had to go back for her. I was only like 5 minutes down the road, but I'd already tried to leave like twice. And then I had to go back. And I was like, I'm never gonna get up here. Because I was supposed to be out here. I was hoping for like 9 at the latest, and I didn't get out here until 11. So obviously we're entering the hottest part of the day, which, great news for me. This giant rock. And that one. I am almost an hour in, and I've done a little over a mile and a half, I think like 1.6 maybe. So I'm gonna be slower than my hopeful 2 miles an hour, but maybe once I get up here it'll be better because there's a little more up and down instead of just up. I don't think I showed it, but this is all I'm hoping to do today. I'm probably not even halfway up this. I still have like a mile to go. But then there's a nice long down stretch, which could be a problem with one pole, and then some like nice little up and downs. We're gonna be staying at Loft Mountain, so my parents are gonna pick up my car from Swift Run Gap, drive it up there, and then hopefully we both have signal and I can let them know where I actually want to be picked up, because I gave them a, like, if I don't hear from you, this is where I'll be place. But if I'm having this much trouble going up here, I don't know if I can do more than the, I think it's 11 miles that I planned. If I gotten out earlier, it wouldn't have been such a problem, but I'm a procrastinator. 0.7 from the top now. I don't know if you can tell how sweaty I am. My glasses are like caked in sweat because they keep sliding down, so I push them up. Still going up, obviously. It's almost 12:30, I think. Can't read my watch because it's supposed to turn on when you do this, but it doesn't. It's been rocky in some parts. Not quite as rocky as Pennsylvania though. I am now half a mile from the top. For so close. When I get up there, I'm gonna take a little break. Then I'm gonna go down and then do the little humpy things. It's not as hot as it could be still, but it's not as cool as it could be. Should be approaching the top now. Took me 2 hours to hike. I think 2.7 miles. I just looked at it, but I gotta look again. Nice view off of High Top Mountain. This signpost says 2.6. So, not sure where this trail goes. That might be the one I'm supposed to go on, because the blaze is right there. But then there's also this like really nice wide trail, which is the one that would make sense to me. I don't know where that one goes. There's a blaze on the tree here, so I guess this is the right way. I'm not sure where the other trail goes though, because I have the Shenandoah Park map too, and there doesn't appear to be a trail there. I wonder if there's like a unofficial campsite back there. A little spring right off the trail. Not sure if that's some kind of trash or just a monitoring thing, because it's tied to the hole here. It's right off the trail. Seems to have a good flow too. I don't think I've seen a single deer or squirrel today. I think I've only seen like birds, which is kind of weird. I was hoping maybe see like a bear or something, but I'm hiking like in the middle of the day, so they don't usually come out then. But it's really weird that I haven't seen any other animals, because if you like to listen to supernatural things like I do, that's a sign that there is a large supernatural creature in the area. It's coming for you. This is the turnoff for High Top Hut. I'm not going to go down there, but I believe most, if not all, of the shelters in Shenandoah are off the trail. So one of the backcountry requirements is that you can't be visible from the trail when you camp. There's some flowers just barely hanging on. I do not like how close this growth is. I remember when we were going through and there was a rattlesnake like directly off the trail right in the brush. There's a bird somewhere up there. I hear it singing. This is like Tick City right here. Forgot to put bug spray on, so I'm gonna have to check myself tonight. Make sure I haven't picked up any unwanted visitors. I am stopped for a break at Smith Roach Gap. I'm 4.5 miles in with 6.8 miles to go, which, if all goes according to plan, should take about 4 hours. Because I think it's about 2 now, maybe a little later. This is the thing I'm talking about if you don't know. See, it goes away. Luckily, in Shenandoah, it's very well marked, but I hope it gets fixed before I have to do the pre-shelter section, because it's really annoying. Going downhill is great because I feel like I'm out for a little stroll and I'm just like la la la, I'm in the woods. And then going uphill I'm like, oh, I've taken 10 steps, I need to stop. This is too much. I am so happy with how many wineberry bushes have been on the trail. Ever since we flipped up from Harper's Ferry last year, I have been thinking about these berries and how delicious they were. And so I'm thrilled that there's so many. Like, regardless of how the rest of this goes, I got some wineberries, so I'm good. This is Pinefield Gap. Nice view of the mountain there. Some nice fluffy clouds. The next gap is 3 miles ahead, up and over a mountain. Hopefully it's not too brutal. So Smith Roach is the one that I took a break at. High Top is like halfway down. I don't know why, but when I came over this hill, this car scared me. Because it's not like there's a parking pad, it's just kind of there. Back to dying on the uphill. It's not hard, I just haven't hiked in like 4 months and it's hot. Another view partway up this climb and some things to sit on. There's a second, more open view slightly down. This flowery looking thing. I haven't seen anyone since Smith Roach Gap, whenever there's any other people out here. I'm working on this climb now, probably like right there. Yep. Just have to go up and down and then back up. And then this is where I'm hoping to get picked up. That's like 4.2 ahead. And then tomorrow, hoping I can do like from here to Loft Mountain and then go to Black Rock Gap and then back to Loft Mountain and then I'll be done. I am so close to the top of this climb. It's like 0.2 or 0.3. And I have passed a couple of thru hikers. And I know they were thru hikers because they had the purple hang tag. I'm a little surprised they're this far south because last year when at this time we were at least past Front Royal. And then a week from now, so the 26th is when we got to Harper's Ferry, I think. Maybe that's when we got to Maine. It's something like that. It was a weird jumping around. This is the top. File says this mountain does not have a name. Made it to Simmons Gap. Apparently there's a reindeer station down there. There is 2 miles to the gap where I'm gonna get picked up. Thought about going a little further, but I think if I do the like halfway thing tomorrow, I will be fine because it'll be like 4 hours of hiking and then like 3 hours of hiking or something like that. And then I can do it not in the hardest part of the day and it'll be a lot easier. So let's do this last climb. And hope it's easier than the other ones because it's now 5:22, so it should be a little cooler out. It's 5:30, it's 0.8 to the top. Definitely not going extra slow because I have to stop and eat these berries. If you're going north, here's the 900-mile mark. If you're going south, we should see the 1300-mile, but I don't know. They must have repainted these blazes recently, because most of the ones I've seen have been super bright and clean. That one right there. Except for that weird one, when I wasn't sure where the trail actually went. That one was very faded. I think I mentioned it at the time when it happened, but like early on in my hike, I was in my hammock and I was sleeping and I heard a little outside of my hammock and I was like, what is that? And there was one of those little creepy crawly things crawling around on my underquilt. And I zipped myself back up and I said, you stay out there. This is the top of Weaver Mountain. Took me 50 minutes to do 1 mile. I think there's like half a mile left maybe a little more than that. But it's all downhill. Oh, I was way off. Pinefield Gap is 0.9 away, but it's still all downhill, so it doesn't matter. I am half a mile from the gap now. Hopefully it won't take me more than like 15 minutes to get down there. Oh, no one has been by here. There's spider webs everywhere. Mostly in my face. I'm about 0.2 from the gap. By the time I get there, I will have hiked 11.4 miles, I think, which is less than the 12 I wanted, but that's what I get for procrastinating. So we're gonna be staying at Loft Mountain tonight. They are not with power right now. I don't know why. Not that there would be power anyway, because it's all every campground is primitive, but they do have like bathhouses and stuff. But we have an RV, so we don't really need the bathhouse. Oh, thought there was a snake back there. It was a dark stick. This is the map of Loft Mountain here in 135, and there's a little side trail here that goes to the AT. On far out, this one is marked. So coming from the south, I think is this direction, it's 6.8 miles, and coming from north, it's 7.3. So they're basically even, and I think if I can do one half and do the other half, that'll work out really well. Because this probably isn't that long. It's the first deer I've seen. Actually, it might be the second deer. Because one just limped across the road real fast. So it could be that deer, or it could be a different deer.